Hello there, nice to see you again. I bring this video to you as a disheveled mess of a man. At least, I assume I look disheveled. I haven't actually looked in a mirror lately, ever since I started seeing things in the corner of my eye. Anyway, at some point over the last year, I finally arrived at the truth. Silly things like time and mental well-being are cheap prices to pay for the opportunity to demonstrate my aughts on a Snowflake RuneScape account, and so I've been working extra hard to get this video out. I hope you enjoy the next episode of Xtreme FunChunk Ironman. Let's get right to it. As a refresher, here are my chunk tasks as of the end of my last video. The yellow tasks are ones I don't have the level for. The green ones are ones I completed. I don't remember if I actually showed the clip of the Onyx bolts, but I had the level and was catching ninja implings, so I hope you'll take my word for it. And the blue one, the dragon darts, I got the level for, but hadn't yet completed because I need to actually get the dart tips from dragon implings. So from there, let's get started. 56 farming, which is where I wanted to be. I can now, if I need to for a future chunk, I can boost to plant whiteberry seeds. And there we go. There's 54 superheating and a ninja impling that I don't have a jar for. There is 85 mining. Very nice. And there is 83 hunter. That is a huge level. Not only do I get dragon implings, but also with the magic butterfly net, I will no longer fail to catch essence implings. Got another best in slot from dragon implings, the mystic robe bottoms. And since I still need to level up magic, I am going to use those instead of the blue dragon hide chaps, which I can get without too much trouble at any point. Got dragon arrow tips from a dragon impling. It's not one of my chunk tasks, but it is still something I can do in this chunk, so I'm gonna go get some logs and just make some dragon arrows. Got some dragonstone bolts from a dragon impling. Like before with the dragon arrows, it's not technically a chunk task, but it is something I can do, so I'm going to enchant them. There we go. I've made enchanted dragonstone bolts, and now I'm going to never care about them again. There they are, Amulets of Glory, a new best in slot, and that is a chunk task down. I just need to go unnote them and equip them. And there we go, Amulet of Glory equipped. Got dragon bones from my most recent dragon impling. Not what I need, but still useful. I'm gonna go unnote and bury those. 55 prayer from those dragon bones. Not too shabby. 84 hunter, 5 more to go. 81 magic. I still have not gotten dragon dart tips from dragon implings, which is not that fun, but I have gotten baby dragon bones too, which is more prayer experience, so I have that going for me. 87 mining, and as you can see with the random event change, I've been collecting the random event items again so I can get lamps, and I really need Leo to show up. My boy Leo is a legend. I can finally deposit 6 random event items, and I'm hoping these are the last ones and I don't have more, but I might have 1 or 2 more somewhere. But yeah, now hopefully I can get lamps from most of my random events, this one included. So there is 88 mining. I'm going to grind out one more to 89, and then I think 89 to 90 will be covered by the gold ore that I need to mine for my smithing grind anyway, so I think I won't have to grind mining after that, or after 89, hopefully. Haven't done the math, but we'll see. And of course, my OBS decided to stop working when I recorded it, but I finally got the Dragon Dart tips. You can see them over there on my loot tab. It only took 54 Dragon Implings to finally get them, but that is a chunk task I can check off and an inventory space I can free up. So, really glad to have that done. 82 magic, 5 more to go. And that is 89 mining. I am done going out of my way to grind mining because hopefully the gold that I need for the rest of the smithing grind should finish off the last level or get me pretty far through it. So no more star hunting or iron mining for me, I hope. And full-time impling / mage time. Let's go. I have hit an interesting milestone in that my impling tracker is now just showing lots for my number of essence implings caught, so I can't really keep an accurate count of how many I've caught at this point. I do have the loot tracker on Runelight, but that one's not accurate either. It's only showing 33.5 thousand caught. And last time I checked the impling tracker, I was at about like 64,000 caught or possibly higher. So I can maybe use Runelight's tracker as a means of tracking and just assume that my actual number is roughly double. But yeah, I wasn't aware that was a thing that could happen. And I missed it, but 83 magic. 4 more to go. Well, I screwed up while I was trying to record it, but I got 84 magic, and with that, I am 3 levels away on magic and 3 levels away on hunter, so I am getting pretty close. And this will be 63 smithing, so I am halfway to the chunk goal, and that is probably the last level I'm getting before I finish my other grinds. So, not bad, but I am definitely going to have to backlog, unfortunately. And that is 88 hunter, just 1 more hunter level to go. That is 86 magic, and now aside from smithing, I am 1 level off of all of my grinds, so very near the end finally. And there we go. 90 mining. I just need to find a size 9 star, which is a lot easier since the most recent star change. I finally found a size 9 star, so let's just get a Stardust off of this, and that will be a chunk task complete, finally. There we go. I'll go tick it off now. Oh, I got 72 HP and 83 combat as well. Alright, I've got my runes, I've got my onyx bolts. Let's enchant them. And there we go, enchanted onyx bolts. That is my magic chunk task complete. And this should be 89 Hunter. Oh my god, I'm finally done. I just need to find a lucky impling. Holy crap. Woo! And I realized I never actually traded in for a jar generator, so I'll just get one of those while I'm here. Why not? Oh wow, I managed to spawn one pretty quickly. Let's go, let's get— Yes! I got it! Yeah! And my friend found another one right after I got my first one, so I have 2 to open up. Thank you to everyone who helped scout. Hell yeah. Alright, let's open. I think the only thing I don't want is a golden apron. Blood runes? Come on, give me a unique. Studded body. You know, disappointing, but I am still done with the chunk. Alright, before I do my chunk roll real quick and finally escape this awful place, let's just look over what I have and what I've done. I've got 1,164 total, 48.8 million experience so far. On the right, I will scroll through all the loot from my my impling catches. Some of the loot isn't correct because the loot tracker doesn't log it correctly if you open 2 jars on the same tick. So like this mithril pickaxe under the magpie implings came from some other jar. But yeah, I'll just scroll through, and anyone who's interested in everything that I have gotten can look through them. The disappointing lucky impling jar rewards. There's the hobgoblin loot. Imps. I guess those are surface earth implings. I don't know how a cow's on there. I wonder if I accidentally hit one while I was hunting hobgoblins. And I guess the goblins are not down here. I didn't really kill many recently anyway, but that's all of it. And let's check my impling count. Somewhere on the screen I will calculate the actual totals, but there's the surface, there's Puro Puro, of course essence implings. The tracker ran out of space a long time ago, but it was roughly double what I saw in the loot tracker. The loot tracker says 46,000, so I'd say roughly 90,000 essence implings, and then when I'm editing the video I'll put the rough estimate of the total number on the screen here. And of course music tracks, I've only got 52, making sure I demonstrate that I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to. Oh, right. Time, 177 days and 15 hours. And I think my first chunk only took maybe 1 or 2 days, so that's like 175 days of playtime in this chunk, and now I finally get to roll. Now, real quick, I would like to reiterate why I decided to backlog the rest of the 70 smithing grind. Superheating gold ore, the best superheat reliably available to me, would still take over 16,000 casts of superheat to get from level 63 to level 70. My entire hunter grind, where I focused primarily on essence implings, getting a maximum of 6,000 experience an hour, got me a little over 11,000 nature runes. So even factoring in lamps, I would have to do basically my entire hunter grind all over again. Without having to do fletching or magic, it would be a little faster, but realistically, mass catching essence implings for 1 in 100 drops when they have a 20-second respawn time and scattered spawn tiles compared to 3-second spawn times and more common spawn tiles for most of the other low level implings, it's just not a reasonable grind to me. I focused on essence implings during this hunter grind as a compromise, and as a result have been playing almost constantly in my free time over the last 2 years. So I hope most of you watching can be satisfied with that, because I can't take it anymore. Now, one last thing real quick. During my chunk roll clip that's coming up next, I was tired and had experienced an emotion roller coaster, so I end up stuttering and mumbling a lot. I considered doing a voiceover for most or parts of it, but I decided to leave it in unedited just because that's how it was that day. So, with that, I'll get to the chunk roll. Alright, I am really disappointed in myself because I was so excited to roll and I had my screen set up to record the chunk roll, and I went through my entire spiel and I had forgotten to hit the record button. So here I am in sandbox mode to try to hide some of it. Unfortunately, I mean, you can see I did roll, and you can see the chunk number if you want to check that I'm not cheating or anything. Unfortunately, 0 days since last roll. It was, I believe, 812 days since my last roll. But yeah, here I am. I'm in sandbox mode so that I can redo my little spiel again on on the chunks and then reveal what I actually rolled. I'm so disappointed in myself. But anyway, here are the chunks that are available for me to roll from Remington and the Melzar's Maze chunk. As I believe I mentioned on my last roll way back when, I allow transportation as long as I can go both ways, so the Ardoin docks and the Brimhaven docks are pretty obvious. But Falador is an interesting one because I can actually go both ways. I can teleport to there, buy a house in Remington from the estate agent, and then teleport to house to get back to Remington. So that is a two-way chunk. As far as grinds go, Ardoin is what I want. It's got a bank. It's got a thieving grind that is pretty big, but the bank is really nice, and it has a bunch of other resources that are nice and can help with some of these other chunks potentially. Brimhaven was the next best choice because mostly it's not really a great chunk, but it's got a fruit tree grind and leagues are coming up, and the fruit tree grind was something that would have been really nice to do during leagues, or would be really nice to do during leagues because I can, plant a tree and check the tree once a day per leagues and then hop over to the league worlds since I'm going to be playing leagues on my chunk account. Crafting guild's alright. There's the guild there, which is a time bomb, but I can only get in with a brown or gold apron, which I do not have access to yet, so it's not a problem currently. And doesn't really add much as far as grinds go. Falador is kind of a pain because I would have to teleport back and forth It does give a bank though, but I think it has pretty big grinds. I haven't actually checked all the details. I think there's that I think the tree patch might be accessible. And I know there's at least I have to finish smithing. That I backlogged the 70 smithing, and I'll stick a clip somewhere in this video, probably before this, to talk about why I'm backlogging the rest of that. Um, but uh, it's not the worst chunk. These three are all death chunks. Thurgo, 99 smithing. Port Sarum is 80 farming with the pie boost for the spirit tree, which getting to 80 with just a bush patch is really miserable. And 2 is the air altar, which normally wouldn't be too bad, but there is a Falador Elite Diary task that requires 88 rune crafting, because I have to make some multiple of air runes that I can only do with 88 rune crafting with regular pure essence. So all three of these, they're not only death chunks, they're even ones that I would call meme grinds, rolling them with the chunks I have available now. Um, yeah, it if or when I roll them, I'll go over the details, but it's they are not doable with what I have available to me currently. Um, so yeah, really not hoping for those. And of course, I already know what I got, but that was roughly the spiel that I gave prior to screwing up my recording. So I'll exit sandbox mode and reveal what I actually got. And it was Falador, which is probably the worst chunk that is not a death chunk, but perhaps the most interesting from a video making standpoint. Just given I'll have to teleport back, and I haven't really looked into the chunk tasks, so 80 crafting is not good. Activity info, crafting. Where is it? I'm bad at this. There we go. View methods. Oh, okay. I can make molten glass because I have access to seaweed and buckets of sand from implings. I think one of those is 1 in 100 too, so that's not going to be fun. But I do only need to get to level 5, and then I can start doing jewelry crafting. But then I probably have to do like jewelry crafting and gems to 80, which is not going to be fun given that I'm going to have to mine all my gold down here and then teleport up here to bank it. So I'm going to be back on the essence simpling grind. The good news is smithing is now doable. So I have that going for me. Woodcutting, yeah, the tree patch, I guess, for the magic tree. Some best in slots, Falador diary tasks, and shops, log or drop logs. Um, I do have the bank space on the chunk tasks. I might not actually do those, or do something like uh, one upgrade per bank I unlock or something like that, because they're not. They're kind of weird chunk tasks. I have them in there because I turned most of the rules on, but I'll figure out what I want to do with those. If I do them, it probably will be like one bank space upgrade per bank I have. Um, I am both looking forward to and fearing this chunk, but this will be interesting. Especially since when I roll, now that I have a teleport chunk available, uh, anything else that I can teleport to will be rollable, which means Varrock is a scary possibility for whenever my next roll happens. But we'll see when that is. And that's all for now. I will come back sometime after the next league with another video and the start of my time with the Falador chunk. And of course, I will leave you with an MS Paint drawing as is tradition. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you, especially the people who, throughout my time in Remington, have popped by and shown me their support. I didn't record most of them, but every single one of you that showed up, I really appreciate the support. Thank you.